All right, let's go ahead and open that PatrolPath script back up. And this time we're going to be working inside the start method. What we're going to want to do is add, just like we did in the other script, we're going to add some get components to get some components actually associated with that animator and AFBesh agent variable. So we're going to start by saying anim equals get component animator, and then open and close parentheses and semicolon. And then we'll say agent equals get component nav mesh agent, and open and close parentheses and semicolon. Now below that, we want to set our destination to the first point along our path collection, our path array, or like I said before, our path bucket, as it were. So we're going to say agent.setDestination, and then inside the parentheses, what we're going to say is path, so that path variable. And then we want to add our square brackets, just like we did when we made the variable. But now inside those square brackets, we're going to put our path tracker variable. And what that's going to do is, if you remember from the last step, that path tracker is kind of tracking where in the bucket of our transforms we are, and it actually, we're kind of using that path tracker number as an ID, right? And each transform in that path array or that path bucket has an ID. So when we use the square brackets and then put a number in those square brackets, we're actually grabbing the thing out of the bucket at that number, at that ID. So in this case, path tracker is 0, so we're grabbing the 0 ID transform from our bucket of transforms, which is the first. And then outside of the square brackets, we need to say dot position because we are only grabbing a transform out of that bucket. We need to actually use the dot position property to pull out the actual vector 3 that we can use to determine a position in our world. And then finally, the last thing we're going to add here is an anim.setBool, and then in quotations and parentheses, running, comma, not false, but true. Once you've got all that there, go ahead and save your script.